Till it says that I'm alive.
It says you're live now. At least on this device.
Okay.
Yep. But here, I'll open on this device real quick just to kind of check on it and whatnot and tell you how it's looking.
Okay. Let me.
We'll mess with those settings and explore those.
It says I'm live right now. Let me just get to the chat. Logan? Oh, God.
And explore those.
More hiccups. Yeah, let me. Oh, shit. Says I'm live. What the? Says that I'm freaking live. Oh, there we go. Sorry for the foul language. Hey guys. We're gonna discuss something very, very serious. It's about racism and everything. Oh. I am so...
Technical difficulties. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay, you're back.
Yep. Just some technical difficulties.
Yeah. Technical
difficulties.
Technical difficulties, but it's gonna be fine.
Just
Fine. Let's see. Okay. No, that's another one. This is one. Oh, I can see myself. Okay.
I'm ready when you are.
It's a...
Oh, okay. Alright. You want to start?
You can start. I'm gonna share this to YouTube. I mean Twitter.
Okay.
Look in your head.
So, hey guys, it's me again, Logan. Same person as yesterday. I'm gonna be a regular. This is just not a guest. Anyway, this is gonna be more of a serious type podcast. A lot of talk about depression, suicide, and all that. So if this triggers you and makes you upset, please click off this stream because it is not the type of stream for you. We just want to raise awareness for all this because some people may not know about it, and this video is for them. So again, if this stuff makes you upset or you're squeamish to this, please click off the stream. This is not for you. You who are here, thank you, and we'll continue.
Yes. So, we've seen around on the internet that so many people are getting bullied for like the color of their skin and for the color of their skin, and that gets to people. So much that it pushes people to commit suicide. Sorry, I'm trying to type and talk at the same time. It's not working. Logan, why don't you talk while I finish this up?
Okay. Alright, sounds good. And, we've had, or I've had my experience with it, and just depression itself, and it's not fun. It's really not. It's kind of a stage where you just, for those of you who don't know how it feels, and you're curious, this is basically what it feels like. So if you're, you don't feel like anybody loves you, you feel like there's no purpose for you, stuff like that. And there could be many reasons why a person is depressed. It could be they're getting booked, could be color of their skin. I mean, like Alexis said, who else could be? Could be several different things. Issues at home, alcoholism, in their family, or they're getting abused by their parents or family, different reasons. I mean, those are just a couple of them, and there's hundreds of reasons. I just can't name them. Like I said, I've had my own experience with it, and it wasn't an experience that I enjoyed. It's upsetting, and just like how I explained, that's how I felt. And no way, this or that. Like I said, it's not the best feeling, and it is change that, or through therapy, or through whatever. So right now, I can find my phone here. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the number to the hotline. Up real quick. I'll give you guys the number. I'll repeat it a few times. I'm gonna use voice text, so it's texting sister. Also, suicide prevention hotline. Alright, it should pull something up here in a second. My phone's a little slow. Hold on here. There we go. So the number is 880-6911. Again, that is 888-880-6911. That is the suicide prevention. Oh, I just gave you the wrong number. Wait. Yeah, I did. Sorry. I gave you guys the wrong number. Forget that one. It's 1-800-273-8255. Again, that's 273-8255. So if you're feeling anyway like that, please call. They'll do the best to take care of you. There are people on the line waiting to talk to you. And they're always there. They're 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So anywhere, any day, and they will be there to listen.
Even if they don't want people to listen, they will listen.
And also, if you have member
a
who
trusted
is feeling
family
that
or
way.
friend, a trusted family or friend that you trust. You can always go and talk to them and yeah. Okay, so I have the
also then
so there's this one text line that Markiplier did was the crisis text line. How it works is crisis text line services anyone in any type of crisis, providing access to free 24/7 support and information via the medium people already use and trust. You can text home to 741-741 from anywhere in the U.S. It's only in the U.S. though, but they're trying to expand to other countries. From anywhere in the U.S., anytime, and about any type of crisis. And the live trained crisis counselor receives the text and responds quickly. So if you don't think that they will respond right away, or you think it's a waste of time, they will be there for you no matter what. 24 hours a day, people are there to help and talk you through whatever you're going through. And the volunteer crisis counselor will help you move from a hot moment to a cool moment. And here's a little bit more detail about it. So I don't know this off the top of my head, so I'm using my phone. First, you're under crisis. That doesn't just mean suicide. Full immersion for which you need support. You text them at 741-741, and your opening message can say anything. The opt-in words you can advertise hello or start, just let people learn, just helps them know where people are learning about them. And the first two responses are automated. They tell you that you've been connected with the crisis counselor and invite you to share a bit more. And then the crisis counselor is a trained volunteer. It's not just somebody who, and said, here, help people with their problems. It's a trained volunteer who has been through this before. It's a trained volunteer and not a professional. They train volunteers, so yeah, they can provide support but not medical advice. It usually takes less than 5 minutes to connect you with a crisis counselor. It may take longer during high traffic times. When you've reached the crisis counselor, they'll introduce themselves, reflect on what you've said, and invite you to share at your own pace. So it's not like, okay, what happened? What can I do to prevent it? They're not like hounding you to tell you what is happening. They allow you to take the time to talk to them and stuff. You'll then text back and forth with the crisis counselor. You never have to share anything you don't want to. This counselor will help you sort through your feelings by asking questions and actively listening. So it's like a best friend, but the conversation typically I can't talk. The conversation typically ends when you and the crisis counselor both feel comfortable deciding that you're in a cool, safe place. After the conversation, you'll receive an update about your experience. This helps them know how to help others just like you. And yeah, let me go to the blog. Logan, want to add anything?
Well, I can't really think of anything. I do have a story that I've actually saved somebody themselves. Would you like me to share that?
Yeah, you can share it.
I'll make a fake name. Let's call her Catherine.
Yeah.
I had been talking to Catherine for years.
And not the Catherine that's Markiplier's editor. A different Catherine.
Oh.
Just a
He has
minute.
an editor named Catherine?
Yeah, he has an editor named Catherine. Not to be confused.
Okay. Yeah, anyway, like she said, not the actual Catherine. Anyway, my friend Catherine had been friends since she was 6 years old. She had a unfortunate thing happen to her when she was 5 years old, and it caused her until she was about 20, I'd say. And one day she calls me up and says, I'm home alone and I can't take it anymore, and I'm done. I was talking to her, and we were talking for a few minutes, and she was like, go into traffic and I get hit by a car. So then I went to my dad and told him about this, and he called that number, the suicide prevention hotline, and we were up to her house. She was taken to the hospital, admitted to the hospital for 3 days, and then released some depression medication. That's pretty much it. 21. She didn't. She went away because she got a relationship. So, and the details I have, basically, I saved somebody from killing themselves, which made me feel really good about myself. And mean thing to say to myself, or like bragging about it. It's true. I actually did. I did save her, and I did feel good about it. Do you have anything you want to add, Alexis?
No. Just that I do remember that Creighton gets about there's 900 active rescues, which doubles to 1,000 saved each month in the US. So they're pretty good hotline to text and stuff.
No kidding.
Yeah. They have throughout the US. don't live in the US. They're trying to expand and go because yeah, outside the US to help people out there. And I have
texting.
Yeah, just text. Crisis text line kind of involves text messages.
Okay.
So, crisis text line is free and support for those in crisis. Crisis text line was born from the rib of DoSomething.org, the largest organization for young people and social change. Dozens of DoSomething.org members were texting in to ask for professional help, and CEO Nancy Lublin came up with the idea for Crisis Text Line and quietly launched in August of 2013. In 4 months, Crisis Text Line was being used in 65 area codes in the US 2 years later. Crisis Text Line sprung out into a separate entity, and Nancy went along with it. The Nancy CEO of Crisis Text Line. Their principles are: we fight for the texter. Their first priority is helping people move from a hot moment to a cool moment, guiding you to create a plan to stay safe and healthy. You are their priority. They believe data science and technology make more okay. We believe in open collaboration. They share the newsletter. They can go to crisistrends.org to sign up for their monthly newsletter. You can also read about their suicide rescues. I use for myself, but you can also volunteer for Crisis Text Line. You can also be trained and help other people prevent suicide and stuff. So, yeah.
Hey Alexis.
Yeah.
My device is at 10%, so I'm gonna do a switch. I have another device that's that has Discord on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch to that one. I will be just a few minutes.
Okay.
Alright. Just stay on this voice call, and I'll be back in just a few minutes.
Okay. I've never been alone. I've never done this alone before. Yeah, they can also, if they have other general questions for support for the Crisis Text Line, you can go to support@crisistextline.org to learn more general information about Crisis Text Line. Also, you can also be depressed and like being called the N-word for the color of your skin, for looking different. Just that one little thing. I have a couple of aunts in my family who are black, and their children are also a mixture of black and white, but they still get bullied. I'm guessing they get bullied. It's not just adults who get racist comments thrown at them. It's also like little children. Children don't know what the hell is going on. They don't know that they're being made fun of for the color of their skin, or like having that 1% difference in their DNA. Like black they think that 1% black, being black, automatically beautiful black. Doesn't matter who or doesn't matter who or what they are, who or where they live. If you think back to like slavery days in like the deep South, that's when all the racism began. And there are still, not to be political, but there are still Donald Trump supporters who believe that it's okay for somebody who is black the N-word or make fun of their like entire family, because President Trump believes that it's okay to call somebody a racist and stuff. And they're back. Maybe.
Sorry about that.
There you go. Yeah. Camera turned off? No, now my camera is turned off. Huh. Okay. I was just talking about how Donald Trump and the supporters who support Mr. Trump are saying that it's okay to call like a black person the N-word or something like in that favor. Do you have anything to collaborate on that?
I follow any of the Trump stuff, so not really. I know that he's a racist. That's all I really know.
Yeah. We're not gonna deviate into like political stuff, but Mr. Trump says that it's okay to call people no matter what, because just because he's the president, he gets to decide whether, to him being president, that he gets special treatment and stuff. But we didn't even get to choose whether he was the president or not. He just outran Hillary Clinton. Now Hillary Clinton would have made a better president than Mr. Trump by far.
And we don't mean to offend anybody. This is just our political views.
Yeah. If you're a Donald Trump supporter, I'm not. This is just my opinion. Opinions are just opinions. They don't really matter. Yeah. I think I lost my co-host. Did I lose? Oh, hello. Thank you. Yeah, I think I lost my co-host. tortellini.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. There we are.
Okay. Sorry
So
about that.
it's okay. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. That soup. Oh. You know. We're just gonna eat. People are just gonna eat me. Watch me eat soup. Don't take that out of context. Take that out of content. See? Tortellini soup. Yummy. Uh-oh. Oh, God damn it.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Good. Gotta love the bumps and bruises along the way.
Right. Yeah. You wanna cut it? Would you like to?
What?
Would you like to tell them what inspired this?
Oh yeah. So I was browsing around the internet, you know, on my phone, and on Instagram they have like videos on like all different kinds of stuff. But this one video stuck out to me. It was this man who had like signs that said, "I'm a Muslim and people label me as a terrorist. Do you trust me enough to give me a hug?" And then, you know, you might think, oh, people are not going to give him a hug just because of that. No. There was a bunch of people that came up and gave him a hug because they don't see him as a terrorist. They just see him as a person who free hugs. I mean, I would hug him if I had the chance. So yeah, I would definitely hug him. And there's also a YouTuber. His name is Adam Saleh. He is also a Muslim, and I've seen on his vlogs that would come up to him and call him a racist and call him a terrorist. Well, not a racist, I meant a terrorist. Just because he's Muslim. But family is also being targeted too because he's full and his fans come up and want to say hi and hug him. And other times it's people who just look at him like he's a racist. And who just look at him like he's a racist. And yeah, stuff like that. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, videos seem to be.
What?
Yeah, I know. Seem to be one of those like social experiment videos. They're stupid, whatnot that YouTubers come up with, but
Yeah.
you know that was an actual social experiment that made sense. You know.
Yeah.
it wasn't some like stupid, oh, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna pretend this or that, or I'm gonna go blow in people's ears.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually good.
Like he
so
said, like
anyway.
he said, like God was good in Muslim, and what they did was they went around and clothed with what is it called? The tradition. What is it called? Women wear hijabs. I know that.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah. So they went around and he said God is good in Muslim. No, in Arabic. I keep talking like and saying God is, but in reality saying God is good, but in Arabic. They had a white guy and a Muslim that said that that the white guy did it too. They didn't even flinch. They didn't even move a muscle. They were just like, what the hell is that guy's problem? But with the guy who was Muslim, he said it and everybody ran for the hills. They quickly, and they ran as fast as they could to get away from him because they thought that he had a bomb in a box. It was just an empty shoe box, with paper in it or something.
That sounds like a very stereotypical type thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a stereotype. Apologize for all the background noise, by the way. All this. I'm wearing earbuds and I'm moving a lot, so you're hearing that. I apologize for that.
And I have food in my mouth, so I'm also apologizing. But stream froze. Oh, never mind.
I think we've got everything we can.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're good.
We are good.
That was a pretty good podcast. I enjoyed this one as well. But I enjoyed it. It was good to talk about this stuff and
get it out in the open and not leave comments down below if you've ever been the target of racism. I'd love to hear your story, and we'd love to hear your story. We would love to hear your stories. So I still don't have an outro. So Gem Squad, until next time, we will be doing podcasts every Saturday from 3 o'clock to Pacific Standard Time. So I know 3 o'clock is 6 o'clock. Just check the local time in the time zone and all that jab. So
thank you guys for listening, and we really appreciate it. And hopefully, this podcast helped you a little bit.
Yeah. It was a pretty good podcast. So
Yeah.
until next time,
That was.
bye, Gem Squad.
Bye.